What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm taking a look at the Ultimate Direction Race Vest 6.0 right here. We're going to actually compare it a little bit to the Ultimate Direction Race Vest 5.0. See if the 6.0 really is new and improved. But first, let me let you know that Ultimate Direction did send the Race Vest 6.0 and the 5.0 to me to review. If you want to take a look at the full review of the 5.0, by the way, it's going to be in the top right corner. Go ahead and take a look at that. But Ultimate Direction did send these to review, give my honest thoughts, which I'm going to do. They're not going to see this ahead of time, proof it, tell me what to say. I'll be completely honest, just like always. And while we're at it, if you look below in the description, there will be a link to go purchase the Race Vest 6.0 from Ultimate Direction. Not an affiliate link, doesn't help me at all, but it does help Ultimate Direction. Firstly, let's talk about what you get when you purchase the Race Vest 6.0. Obviously, you get the vest right here, that's a given. But you also get two of the Ultimate Direction 500 milliliter. These are the soft flasks, BPA free, PVC free, all that good stuff. They're good flasks, like always. Before we get into all the details, if you wouldn't mind, scroll down, click the thumbs up button, a little like, helps out a lot, and I would just really appreciate it. So that's what comes with the Race Vest 6.0. If you want to, though, you can purchase separately a reservoir or hydration bladder to add to this. You can go up to a 2-liter bladder, which is what I have used personally, and I'll show you that here in just a minute. That's pretty much the only real accessory you would want to add to this. So one interesting thing about the 6.0 that I was kind of surprised about, but also not really, and I'll tell you why. But the 6.0, I threw it on my scale. It's 183 grams in a men's size medium. Same thing for the Race Vest 5.0. It's a medium, but this one actually weighed 152 grams. So really 30 grams lighter, which is very interesting considering this is the newer, improved version. But I'll tell you exactly where that weight comes from. Probably one of the biggest improvements of the 6.0 over the 5.0. And that's with the new Comfort Cinch 3.0 system. They completely redesigned it, which is great because that was one of my biggest concerns or issues with the 5.0, the mountain vests that I have, both the 4 and the 5.0. My wife's race vest, all of those have had the same issue, and that's the Comfort Cinch system would rub your back. It was all exposed behind this little mesh panel, but it was pretty exposed and it would actually rub your back. So now on the 6.0, they totally redesigned it, and in the back you have this nice kind of mesh padded material in the back, and it's designed to prevent chafing over long distances. If let's say you're doing a 50K, 50 miler, 100 miler, I've worn these vests, you know, the 5.0s for, you know, very long races, and I have seen that chafing firsthand. It's happened on my back. It's not been an issue with the 6.0. This has been a much needed improvement. So great job, Ultimate Direction, listening to our feedback and fixing it. But it does add a little bit of weight. So we'll throw the vest on here. And as you see, the vest has these 2 clips in the front to secure it. And they are the T-hooks on the sides, which can be adjusted. You can take them in and out, slide them up and down the side, get that fit how you want it. As you can kind of tell here though on me, I actually tie these cords together that are the excess, because they're pretty long. You know, this is a men's size medium. I'm 6'3". I'm very thin. I'm an ultra runner. I run a lot of high miles. So, you know, for me, I'm in that 165 to 170 range. Before a run, after a run, I'm a lot lighter with losing sweat. But yeah, so if you're, you know, similar to me, you might want to maybe go with a small so you can have more size here, unless you like it close like this. This is a medium. So another difference between the 6.0 and the 5.0 is it's now more of a complete wraparound. It goes all the way into the sides here. It's more, honestly, it's very similar to another race vest that I've reviewed on my channel. Top right corner. But it is more snug now. It's more vest-like. It is actually a little bit more comfortable than the 5.0. The 5.0 didn't have that wraparound feel to it. It just felt a little bit less comfortable. That's really the only way to say it. And one more difference over the Race Vesta is this has a little bit larger armholes here, cutouts to allow for a larger, taller frame. And of course, the vest does still come with a little whistle right here, tucked inside of its little whistle sleeve. So the front of the vest is redesigned as well. The pocket systems are different. Right away, there's one big thing I noticed, and that's on the right side here. So on the 6.0, you can see it's just the 2 flasks, one on the right, one on the left. That's what you get. On the 5.0 vest, you had these 2 little pockets on the outside right here where you could slide a gel in there, maybe a granola bar, or I don't know, an extra set of batteries for a headlamp. But you had 2 extra pockets. Those are no longer there. Now it is just the flask pockets, and then you do have an additional pocket here, which is a zippered, it's a water-resistant pocket that you can fit a phone in. You can fit an iPhone 11 with an OtterBox case, which is what I have. It fits in there just fine. You could store, you know, anything you want to keep a little dry, but to be honest with you, it's water resistant. It's not waterproof, and it does still get a little moist in there. So if you're a very heavy sweater like I am, it's probably going to get wet still. So I honestly just use this for trash. I store a bag of my salt pills. I put them right in there. And then when I get trash from, you know, gels or whatever it is I'm using, I stick it in here to keep it safe and pack it out. One other big difference on the Race Vest 6.0 versus the 5.0 is these two pockets on the front. So your lateral pockets, they're pretty good size. You can fit quite a few gels and things in them. But one, honestly, a little bit of a negative for me personally is this pocket here is no longer secured, meaning it's not a zippered pocket. It does allow you to stretch it a little bit more and put more things in it. But on the Race Vest 5.0, this lateral pocket on the right front had a zipper, which was nice. I like to be able to secure my headlamp, especially if I'm doing a race, but on any trail run, or if just there's anything I really want to keep secure. For me, being a YouTube person, you know, YouTuber, I throw an extra GoPro battery in there. Headlamp, I want to zip that shut and keep it secure. There is no zipper now on the 6.0, so just keep that in mind. If you have something you really want to keep secure, you're probably going to want to use this phone pocket right here and store whatever it is in there. The only downside to that is right underneath of the flask. So when you've got a full flask, it might be kind of hard to get that flask in or out. Might make whatever's in that pocket kind of poke into your chest a little bit. So just keep that in mind. You know, just be careful with your stuff. Make sure you don't lose anything. Another difference on the front of the vest in the 6.0 is you see here, there's really no straps going across laterally on your shoulders here. There's these little clip tabs right here, which are designed to put these pieces right here. These are an elastic piece. You can tighten this, pull this little thing here and cinch it down, get it tight. So the vest now comes with a total of 6 of those. You got extras here, very similar to that other vest I talked about, top right corner. But yeah, you can customize it. You can attach them here. You can attach, there's a place on the side here, on the lower spot. There's a couple in the back. You can really customize where you want to attach these little pieces for attaching trekking poles. That's a big difference between the two vests. Before we get to the poles though, let's take a look at the 5 to refresh your memory. This is the 5. Again, you have this little lateral piece, a strap here. This is what I would use previously to secure the hose from my hydration reservoir. It'd come over my shoulder, go through this, and then I would stick it through the trekking pole strap if I wasn't using trekking poles. It kept it nice and secured. So now that's different. So now I use one of those little elastic pieces on the shoulder. I stick my hydration reservoir straw, the hose, through here, and then another one down through the side, and it keeps it at my side so I can just pull it up and drink on it. It's not flopping around. It works pretty darn well. But you cannot do that, at least through this way I have it configured, if you're gonna be using trekking poles. So for trekking poles, that's pretty much, yeah, you use these same little systems. There's 3 places on the front, this one, this one, this one, and you can attach them. Although when I put the poles on, they didn't really feel very secure. I never ran with them. I just did it just filming for this video. And it just felt like the poles were gonna flap around a little bit. I mean, I had these things cinched down really tight. It just did not feel very secure, and it kind of feels like it might get annoying after a few miles of that kind of flapping around a little bit. They might be able to play with it, get a little more secure, I don't know. They say you can do it in the back as well. You have this loop here in the bottom where you can attach one of these elastic pieces too. There's another one here. You can also put them through the elastic cord on the back, cinch that nice and tight. There's a couple of ways you can do it. You can really customize it however you want to do it and get it as secure as you can. But since I mentioned the hydration reservoir and the straw as well, let's go ahead and talk about that. On the back of the vest, we do have the one large pocket in the back, and that is for the hydration reservoir. That's what it's designed for. There's no other pockets inside of this big part right here. It does have a little clip on the top to secure that reservoir so it's not sliding down inside, which is really nice. Then you can route the hose really over either shoulder and then just use those elastic pieces to secure it. So that's the way I run with it. So one other thing though about the 6.0. Inside this, right on the edge, there's another pocket right here at the top, and it's just an elastic pocket. Again, there's no way to secure this, and this is the big issue for me. This is a big negative. I want this pocket to be secured where I can zip it or at a minimum Velcro it. For me, I have an allergy to bees, so I always carry an EpiPen with me. I always like to carry a little first aid kit I pack as well, and then more often than not, I'm generally carrying some disposable biodegradable wipes in case nature calls. I like to put them in the top so I can reach it without really having to take the whole vest off if needed, especially to get to my EpiPen. But it's kind of worrisome. There's no way to secure that stuff in here. So I put it in, and then it's open. When you have the bladder in there, there's no way to secure it. The only thing I can do is take this little pull string from the draw cord and loop it right through this top part right here, and that's as secure as it gets. It does not, it just worries me a little bit that my EpiPen might fall out, and if I need it, it might not be there. And this pocket on the top is really the only pocket on the back. There's one here, the larger one in the back, which we'll talk about in just a minute, but there's nowhere you can secure anything on the back at all. There's not a single zippered pocket on the back to secure anything, not even your car keys. So be careful. Another difference in the 6.0 versus the 5.0, we have the back of the vest. So these pockets on the back are designed to be reached while you're wearing the vest. You can stick your hands in the back of the pocket. There is a little hook here to attach your keychain to, your key ring, so your keys can be in the back. But again, there's no pockets on this that are zippered, velcroed. So this is the only thing keeping those keys attached. So just be careful. But you can reach these pockets while you're running. You can put a vest back there, pull it out fairly easily. Putting it back is a little difficult, definitely, I will say. But again, I wish there was at least some portion of this that could be secured, and I'll tell you why. So another thing that I run with often is my Sawyer Mini water filter. I run long mountain runs. I went on a 30-mile run just 2 weeks ago at Frozen Head and ran out of water, and I was wearing this vest, but I had to filter, so luckily I had this with me. So I had to come up with a way to kind of somewhat secure it in this vest because you can't secure things very well. So what I did was I took a larger Ziploc bag, I put my filter in there, I put the wet wipes in there as well. I also threw like a fig bar in that, and then I stuck that Ziploc bag in this back pocket here, and I cinched these cords down pretty tight. It never fell out, it stayed put, so it worked, but I would not ever just throw this in the back of the vest back here. It would pretty darn certain fall out, and then I would be without a filter. Moving over to the 5.0 vest here, they did have one pocket on the back that was secured. It also had the little hook for your keys, which was nice, but the zipper was even a nicer touch because then you've double layer protection. It's not going to fall out. If this little hook breaks, your keys are still going to be secured, which is really nice. And I could even fit my EpiPen, first aid kit in there, and it's all secured, zippered. I don't have to worry about it, and that made me feel really good. And also to note, the logo on the back of the vest and these little arrows here, the little chevrons, and the logo on the front, they are reflective, so there's a little bit of reflective material on the vest if you do want to use this on the road, or if you're running a race that has a little segment on the road at night. You should be okay there with a little reflectiveness. Talking about price though, so the Race Vest 6.0 from Ultimate Directions website is $124.95, 125 bucks. It's a pretty good price for the vest, it's average for a race vest. This isn't typically a vest that you're going to use for a 30-mile mountain run. I did it just solely because I was testing for this video to see if it was possible. It is possible. You can fit that bladder in here. In the wintertime, that would be a problem because you would still need the bladder, you would still need a jacket, you might need some gloves. You're going to run out of capacity. It's just not going to, it's not designed for that. It's a race vest. It's designed to go from aid station to aid station, fill up your flasks. Maybe you're required to have a jacket with you, a waterproof seam tape jacket. It's got room for that. Has room for a Mylar blanket. Has room for the requirements for a race and to hold a little bit of nutrition here and there to get you from aid station to aid station, maybe skip one aid station. So in that respect, it's perfect for those type of scenarios. For a long mountain run, it's not designed for that. Get the Ultimate Direction mountain vest. That's been perfect. I just wore that one yesterday, and that vest was fantastic. It's been fantastic. But for races, yeah, it's really good. Would I recommend it over the 5.0 vest? Honestly, with the redesign in the back here of the Comfort Cinch System 3.0 versus the 2.0, this is a big deal. This is a really big deal. The 5.0, it chafed. So this is a big improvement. So this alone, I think it's probably worth it over the 5.0. With that said, if you can get a good deal on the 5.0, still a fantastic vest. The pocket configuration on the 5.0, honestly, I like better. I think it's better suited to securing, a headlamp or something important like car keys or an EpiPen. It just makes me feel more secure. But this is still a very good vest. It's breathable. I've worn it in very hot days. It gets soaked in sweat. It gets salty, but you can throw it in the washing machine. I put it in a laundry bag so that these cords don't get stuck on anything. But I throw it in the laundry machine, wash it, hang it up to dry. It's been great. So I definitely recommend the vest. It is a good vest. check it out below, down in the description. There is a link. Like I said, go purchase the vest, give it a shot, see what you think. For the next iteration of Ultimate Directions vest, I guess we'll be at the 7.0. I would really like to see Ultimate Direction. Let's get a couple of zippered pockets, not just this phone pocket. Honestly, I would do away with this. Putting a phone behind the flask is just not comfortable. It's just not comfortable. It's great for trash. Fantastic for storing trash. I use that. But let's maybe go back to one secure pocket in the front, maybe a zippered pocket in the back where you can really secure something if you need something very important. So that's it. Other than that, you know, it's a good vest. It's breathable, it's lightweight, and it's comfortable. It's actually very comfortable. I had no issues with chafing on the neck. It was very comfortable to wear for 7 hours. All right, well, that is going to do it for the Ultimate Direction 6.0 full review. If this was helpful, give the video a thumbs up. It does help out a ton. I would really appreciate it. While you're at it, if you want to take a look at the Ultimate Direction 5.0 vest in detail, go ahead and look on your screen here. There should be a video you can click on, go watch that. And then on this side of your screen over here, I'll put a playlist of some other gear reviews. There's other vests, shoes, all sorts of stuff in there, headlamps. Go take a look at that. But thank you for watching. I do appreciate you all. Thank you so much to Ultimate Direction for sending the vest. I do appreciate that also, the opportunity. But thank you, and I'll see you all in the next one.